minute. But from now, as soon as I hit start streaming, it should be streaming. But, anyway, we're live. You could say hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello.
What is wrong with you?
There's a lot of things wrong with me.
Yeah?
Yes, that's a long list.
Oh. Not appropriate topic of conversation for this evening?
Do we have an inappropriate topic of conversation?
Every week.
I knew this was going to happen. I was waiting for you.
What are you doing? Oh, her?
The ad that plays before it'll let me read the comments.
So you're trying to watch you on the delay. You're
yes.
overstimulated. She can't do it.
No, I'll have to put it down. Hello, everyone. Where's everyone coming from this evening?
A lot of familiar faces. Marie and Tana and Roberta and Angela and just a lot of familiar folks. So good evening.
That's awesome. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I hope you are doing well and staying healthy and alone.
You mean?
Alone.
Socially distant.
Does anyone else watch SpongeBob? There was an episode.
Probably not as much as you do.
Where Squidward was in this vast white room and it was alone. It was really creepy. Anyway, welcome to the Kraftcast. If you don't know who we are, my name is Corin Wiskman and that's my husband Tim over there.
Hi guys.
And sometimes we get together and we go live and talk about weird stuff.
And dress strangely.
Sometimes it has to do with crafting. Sometimes.
Alright, are you going to put your phone down and talk?
I'm reading the comments where everyone's from.
You asked me to put it on the screen above you so that you didn't have to hold your phone.
I can kind of read that I can see that there are words.
Well,
scrolling.
I can't make it any bigger than that. You're
Anyway,
just gonna have to squint.
So I have some news. I have some bad news, unfortunately. Our Lucky to Know You event had to be canceled. So, the event that we were planning next week on March 28th had to be canceled. I forgot to go through a review of what we were having on the show today.
Oh, well, we can back up. Take two. Go ahead. Run through it.
We're going to talk about the cancellation of Lucky to Know You and a few other things. And then we're going to have an Instagram person that you should follow, just like every other time we do this. And then we're going to interview a Marianne from the Rabbit Hole Designs. I'm excited to that. They're on hold. And then we're going to have a discussion topic. And I'm also going to have a demonstration of some new markers. So there's a lot going on today. So I guess we should probably get to it. So Lucky to Know You.
And we're back to where we were a moment ago.
Unfortunately, we have to not gather with groups less than, I guess, 10 or more, they said, right?
Correct.
So we were just over that. Thanks to this pandemic, we had to cancel, and I am reaching out to all the ticket holders individually, but I'm just planning to reschedule. Hopefully the hotel's going to get back to me with some more dates, but with everything up in the air the way that it is right now, pun intended, we should probably just take things slow and see what happens with the whole gathering thing, when we're allowed to do that again. So, but there's lots of stuff going on online. Yesterday we went live for A World of Heart, and they have another day of that next weekend. So March 28th is going to be a busy time. Also, Tim and I are going to be live on March 28th. We just figured since we couldn't do Lucky to Know You that we would go live and kind of show off what the event was going to be all about, since I have all the stuff.
Well, and could we back up a quick second? I think folks at least have some desire to know the state of the state. Vicky asked, or it wasn't Vicky, it was Nienmach asked if we were in self-quarantine. Where we live, we do not have any quarantine orders at this time. We don't have any self-isolation. We have the general request for social distancing, but what they've done is they've closed all the restaurants and bars and gyms and things like that, and you can't buy toilet paper, and you can't buy cleanser, and you can't find a whole lot of the things in the stores that we otherwise would have.
Meat, like proteins.
Yeah, things are weird. Just weird. It's a big weirdness palooza out there.
And we live just 30 minutes outside of DC, and so we live in a really highly populated area. So, but our local grocery stores are struggling to keep things on the shelf.
Yeah, and they basically forbade any gatherings of 10 or more, but there's been no isolation orders to date. So
as of yet,
that's to date. So
there's always rumors.
Yeah, there's plenty of conjecture.
You can always go on Facebook and try to get.
There's plenty of fluff around, but nothing crazy, at least as of yet. Yeah. So,
how is everyone else doing? Is everyone okay? I'd love to hear from you all.
It sounds like that's kind of the standard across the nation. And there's some folks here from across the world. So I mean, if you're seeing anything different where you are, I think I saw some Europe, Norway, and things like that up top there. So if you guys have anything special going on where you are, or anything of particular interest or concern, feel free.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely a worldwide problem. Like we're all dealing with it, and we don't often get that. I can't say that it's a luxury, really, but being someone online that has friends worldwide, what's happening to us usually isn't what's happening to them. The weather's always different, the time's always different, but right now we're all kind of dealing with the same crisis. So
yeah, and it's good for us too. I mean, I'm still able to work. For those of you who don't know, I own and operate a roofing business, and I'm the isolationist. I'm the one who works alone. So I'm able to continue working. Corey's able to continue putting out videos and doing what she does. So our ability to earn and work so far has not been impacted.
Yeah, I heard someone say, with all this free time that we have now, and I'm like, what free time? Where is this free time coming from? They did not give me any.
No. In fact, we've gotten, since all the kids have come home, we've gotten less and less time to accomplish anything.
Right? Dexter is home all the time. I love him so much.
Oh, and apparently it's at least around Roberta's birthday, so
happy birthday, Roberta.
Happy birthday, Roberta.
Yes, absolutely. So we tried to keep things light. We don't need to talk about all of that stuff. We're here to keep things light and fun and crafty. So I asked some of my crafty friends on Instagram if they would dress ridiculous with me. And some of them actually did. I was really proud that they sent me some ridiculous pictures of them. Tim, do you want to throw up the first one?
Yeah, we'll start with Penny.
Yes, Penny, she said she's the third one. So I'm guessing it's the third human head from the left. Is Penny when she was in cosmetology school, and I think this is a wonderfully ridiculous photo.
And
I always wanted one of those. I had like a Barbie one when I was younger so I could do its hair. Of course, I ended up cutting it all off and it looked way bad, really bad, when you cut off all your Barbie's hair. I'm sure you guys can understand. Looks just like someone with a really bad hair plug job.
I've known a few of those.
Yeah. What's the next one?
I'm calling out Kevin. I haven't seen him here today.
Kevin!
If you're here,
my
Kevin.
Man, Kevin.
Yeah, my man. Boom!
Now see, Kevin looks just like a regular day around here. Like, he thinks this is ridiculous, and I see that it's very bright, like my bright orange sweatshirt today. But, that looks like normal clothes to me, don't you think?
No. No, I don't.
What do you mean?
I wear a gray shirt and blue jeans every day of my life.
You're so super boring.
I'm
and you
so
wear the
super
same
boring.
gray shirt every day.
All right. Cash creations.
Okay.
She
sent me 2 photos. Okay, one of a pair of Christmas pajamas that she wears on occasion, and then another of her dressed as a unicorn on her horse.
On her unicorn.
Yeah. So I'll let the Christmas jammies speak for themselves. But the unicorn outfit, I love those little like leg warmers, the furry leg warmers with the tutu. I'm digging this outfit. It looks like something I would wear. And I love that the horse has a unicorn horn too.
Yeah, it's fun that the horse is playing along. And then we have Tina.
And Tina, she's over on Instagram. I think it's Egan and Egan if you guys are looking for these people, but she is British born and she lives in Canada now, but this is her rain jacket.
It is.
It's a bit loud.
It is.
I don't know any good English terminology. Or we could talk about Dexter's British accent that he was throwing out the other day.
No, we don't need to do that.
Do any of your kids make up their own linguistics? Like their own... I know that me and my cousin made up our own language once. But he's actually trying to make his voice sound like he's from somewhere else.
Yeah,
and I think it's fun.
He was doing this really strange combination of like a British accent and like a good old fashioned hillbilly. So it was like
it
a
was
British
really bad.
person
Like, it wasn't a
saying
good
things
accent.
like y'all and come on now, and I mean it was really pretty funny.
But thank you guys for participating and giving us a good giggle.
And we're gonna have to
it.
show off your outfit a little bit more because you're not quite in the frame for all of it.
Okay, well, I went into my closet. I have a lot of ridiculous things. I like to dress up when we go to Disney, so I have a lot of like... I dressed up as Chewie Solo the last time, and I had that Mickey Mouse, the tulle skirt, but I just went in and I got like the loudest stuff that I own. This direct from my closet. There's socks.
Yeah.
Is this ridiculous enough? And then my hat was actually my grandfather's. When he passed away, I took this from his possessions. This is one of the things that I took to remember him by, but you know, it's a brightly colored pom-pom beanie. I don't get the chance to wear it often. And yes, he was from West Virginia, and it's a West Virginia beanie.
Fair enough.
And yours is awesome.
And I am playing along.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a sloth. And then he's a T-Rex because he has short arms.
I like the lasers, though. I don't have the lasers in real life.
With laser eyes. So, but thanks everyone for participating. If you still want to participate, I'll share them over on Instagram if you have some ridiculous items of clothing you want to share with us, and just so we can think, why do we keep that around? Like, why do I keep this around?
Hunting season?
I would never go. I will
wasn't
never have
talking
a
about
purpose
you necessarily
for this.
going hunting. Maybe you just want to go
Besides
for a
cheering
hike.
for my children. So this month we have a new Instagram inspiration, and I've picked her out. I think her name is Kirsten. Do you think I'm pronouncing that right, Tim?
Kirsten Berlin, I believe, is what it is.
Okay, so she's from Germany, and she's on the design team for Create a Smile stamps. If you haven't heard of Create a Smile stamps, you should check them out. They have some really cute stuff. But she has an Instagram. It's KirstenF_Berlin at over on Instagram, and I see a couple people already follow her. But Tim, could you scroll down?
I'd be happy to.
On the oh, stop right there. on the awesome watercolor where it's like the spaceman coming out of the watercolor galaxy.
Can I make that bigger or no?
Can you make it bigger?
I don't know. I
don't want you to mess it up.
There we are.
I just think that's really cool. I love it. And I love how she pulled the sentiment color from the background that she created and like made it coordinate. I think it's really cool. I really love this card, and I think she has a lot of great cards like this, so she's a great person for you to follow. Hey, look, that was me. I said this is so cool a day ago.
Uh-oh, I went back too far. There we are.
But there's a lot of very awesome, like there's some camouflage cards. I think that she has a great eye for color, and I just really like her. So she's someone you should follow.
Yeah, they're really
they're very
extraordinarily well done.
Ooh, I like that one with the, I think that's a We Are Memory Keepers like 3D embossing folder. It's like the one that says yay with the outline letters. I'm really drawn to outline letters right now for some reason. But yes,
yeah, she does nice
everyone
work.
check her out. So we have a special guest on hold, waiting for us to stop gabbing and talk to her. Her name is Marianne. She's one of the owners of the Rabbit Hole Designs. If you've never heard of them, you should. There's a link in the description box so you can visit their website. But they create photopolymer stamps, metal dies, stencils, and we're going to talk with Marianne. So let me just come over there. You can...
Oh, I guess I should unmute her, huh? Here, we'll let them back into the party, huh?
Did we hang up on them?
No. More of a professional than that. Come on now.
Can you guys hear us? We're looking at the Rabbit Hole Designs website right now. We're looking at all of the fabulous products. Hello! Show us your ridiculous outfit so we can explain, that's why you're dressed that way, because I asked you to.
We assume that's why you're dressed that way.
Me with like bodily harm from across the U.S. You said wear something fun, so
yes.
I like unicorns. It's not a big secret. So I'm wearing a red, white, and blue unicorn shirt.
I love it.
And red, white, and blue flashing unicorn mane.
Now, did you own this, or did you prepare this because I asked you to wear something ridiculous?
No, I actually own this already.
Okay.
There is already video of me wearing this mane thing.
Yeah.
And I've owned the shirt for a few years.
Okay.
I did put a horn on my mane.
I love it. I would save it for every 4th of July.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's Amanda. If anyone doesn't know, that's Amanda from Pear Blossom Press that's sitting next to you. And I forgot who I was asking to dress up weirdly. Like, she probably has a plethora of things in her stash.
Is fantastic. The hat is fantastic.
The hat.
Well, I did costuming forever, and I also have a thing for hats. I never wear them, but I always buy them.
Mm-hmm.
So this was in my stash. So there you go.
I love it. I think you both look great. Yeah.
I have a pink beehive. I was thinking a pink beehive. It looks like cotton candy. And then if Dexter wants to be a marshmallow, it would make sense. But then
he was so mad at me because I did not know that there was a DJ on this planet named DJ Marshmallow or whatever the heck his name is. And he had to explain. I'm learning things from my 6-year-old.
Yeah, he was really upset about it. And then by the time we figured out what was going on, he was so mad because she was trying to tell him that shipping's really bad right now. You know? I mean, how do you explain to a 6-year-old that Amazon Prime isn't delivering tomorrow?
I showed him that suit that you sent me, Amanda. I was like, Dax, look at this awesome suit, but it won't get here until next week, so you can't dress up until next week. And he was like, forget it.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want it. Yeah, I mean, it saved me $50, so
I'm like, okay, then I guess it's not that important. And I haven't heard anything else about it, so...
No. I
It
mean,
might be DJ Green Bean next week.
Yes. Like, first world problems right
I'm just
now.
happy that he is cognizant enough to know that, like, I'm not going to care about this next week. So let's just forget about this for now. We'll bring it back up later, but I'm not waiting 5 days for this to be shipped
He
in.
knew himself, this is not going to last. Don't invest the money, parents.
Yeah.
Right.
I appreciate the honesty. So, Marianne, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a married woman. I like long walks on the beach, moonlight, and
Hold on.
No, honestly, yeah, I live in Southern California. Look at Tim. You need the.
I'm taking
on your
notes.
phone.
Yeah, I just.
Backup.
He's just waiting to hear about
Yeah,
the four-wheelers.
my husband. So I've been crafting my whole life. I started out mostly painting. I've done a lot of painting, artwork in school and growing up. So, what else do you want to know?
So what
I have
made
two
you
kids.
want to be an owner of a stamp company?
I'm still trying to figure that out because every day is crazy. I've had other owners before we started the company with, when Heather and I started, I had other owners who I'm also really good friends with here in Southern California. They said, don't. They looked right at me. She said, don't do it. Don't start a company. It'll be the worst thing. It'll be the last thing. But I did it anyways. So I've enjoyed it every minute. Heather's great. We have Amanda, who's amazing to
Yeah, I know.
help and inspire.
I know.
Yes.
I know how amazing she is.
Yeah.
We're all lucky to have her.
She's gonna need a bigger hat.
All right. Yes. She needs a bigger throne. Yes.
But I'll give it to her.
Yeah.
She does
we
things.
wanted to bring stamps that were something different, a little sassy without being foul mouthed, no dirty, bad words. That were snarky and sassy, things that you could still say to your grandmother if she was kind of hip.
Yeah.
And we kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing. Yeah, people seem to like it.
Yeah. I have one of those. I have one grandmother that's hip, and I feel confident that I could probably say anything to her. But the other one is
You could
like,
say anything to that one too.
well, because she has dementia, but that doesn't count.
I'm
Like
just
before
saying.
she had dementia, I would not speak that way. Now she has no idea what up from down, so you can say whatever you want. But she was the one that I was always a little bit more respectful in front of. But we all
So
need to like
viewers?
lighten up a little and be able to joke about things and take life the way that it is.
Yes. Before we were self-quarantined.
Yes. What is California's
Now we're
rules on that
self-quarantined.
right now?
What is the what?
What are the rules in
California.
California.
Well, technically we're not in the same room together, just so you know. I mean, just this is like magic. This is like gnomes.
Green screen.
Yeah.
It's green screen.
We have green screen.
Yeah.
Yes. Technically she's, in another state, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I thought she was in Florida.
6
Yeah.
feet, no groups of 10 or more, no essential businesses open. Although I still think that my hairdresser needs to be open because I have roots for days. But they canceled my appointment because now my hairdresser is closed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, took me nothing to get home from the desert today.
You're like,
Okay, but on the news earlier today, there was a car accident on the freeway with a bicycle. What the heck?
With a bicycle?
There's a car versus bicycle on the freeway today.
it's not like you can ride your
one
bike.
way to make up traffic today.
I don't know what about this makes people think that we're back in the Stone Ages or something. Like, Tim saw this one dude with a sword and an axe walking down the road. Like, what about this situation makes you think that we're back in some time before technology?
Seriously, all I was trying to do was go to work, right? Like, I'm in my truck, I'm driving down the road, and I'm not 5 minutes away from the house. And there's a kind of a back road that takes us out to the highway, and I was on it, and I saw cops stopped in the middle of the road. Lights blinking, and I slowed down, and just about the time I pulled up to where they were stopped, they both took off. And I look over to see what they were looking at, and there's old homeboy. He's got a dark green hoodie, pulled way up. He's carrying a 4-foot sword in his right hand and a double-sided axe in his left, just cruising down the street.
It's all crazy.
Like, hey, it's Tuesday.
Tell us what you were doing in the desert. Tell us what you were doing in the desert.
We love to off-road. So we're trying to get you guys to come out to California with your Jeep.
I don't take my Jeep off-road. My new Jeep.
We know a guy that'll clean it.
Yeah,
we know a guy that'll clean it. Don't worry.
The 95 I'll take off-road.
I was going to say we could take the YJ.
The YJ I will take off-road, but the new one I will not. Like, that we have a Jeep week out here, and to go in the sand, you have to deflate your tires a certain amount.
Yes.
And I bought rims from
Italy.
An Italian in England, and I spent a lot of money on them, so I won't take any air out of my tires and compromise them in any way.
So what you're trying to say is that you have what we in the off-road industry call a
mall
pavement
crawler.
princess.
A mall crawler. Yep.
Because the shoes on that Jeep are quite expensive, and they look really good.
So the only off-roading it sees is when you accidentally get on the grass a little bit when you're trying to park it.
And that doesn't happen. I usually curse, because then there's a chance that something got on my rims and I'll get upset. But I have a whole nother.
We have a whole other Jeep for the fun.
For the fun parts.
Yeah, she has to have a pretty Jeep and then a toy Jeep.
Yeah, the other one, we don't care what happens to that.
Yeah, that's great. It's the best.
We just got a brand new Razor, a brand new Turbo S Dynamics Razor that we love to go four-wheeling with. So we did a lot of rock crawling this weekend. We did a lot of sand. I drove it and got up to 73 miles an hour on the flats.
That sounds really fun.
I had a good time. I had a great time.
I'm down. When are we going?
I used to go off-road. And then, there's cops get called a lot when you do that.
Because you were doing it at a golf course, hun.
It wasn't a golf course yet. It was planned to be a golf course.
Kind of get upset about that.
Yeah. And so I just got older and didn't feel like doing that stuff anymore. So I don't.
Have you ever heard of the King of the Hammers?
Mm-mm.
It's the big off-road event where people go crazy and things like that out in California. Well, we go to that. We don't participate because I don't have enough bravery for that kind of event. But
wow, nice self-censoring.
I don't have enough life insurance. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. But that's where we were this weekend, at the same place they hold that event. So we did a lot of rock crawling out there.
That's awesome. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I definitely get sent a lot of rock crawling videos because they think just because I love Jeeps that I also love rock crawling, which I would never do. I have way too much anxiety for that. Because those things are basically machines that are designed to go all over, like themselves. And I just, I would never do that.
Oh, okay.
She's disappointed. She's like, I need to leave now with her mall crawler. I'm done with this interview.
Mall crawling? Did she really say mall crawling?
Yeah, she's got a mall crawler.
That's what we call the 2016 is a mall crawler.
Yeah. Can we move on to some stamps here?
Yes! I can't believe I disappointed them so much.
Some fun stuff?
Yes, please.
So, for all the viewers on right now, Can you just answer yes or no? We have a giveaway.
A giveaway.
Yes. And a sneak peek of our next release, which
Okay.
is March
Last week. in
March 30th.
March
Whatever
30th.
that Monday, Tuesday.
March 30th. Yeah, whatever the last Monday is. Yeah, I don't really, they just tell me what to do. I don't really know anything. They just tell me what to do here. So we're going to give away one of these stamps to a viewer. And all you have to do is leave a comment. Do you like tattoos?
Okay.
Do you
So
like
all you have to do to enter this giveaway is be in the live chat and say, "Do you like tattoos? Yes or no?" And
You do or you don't. There's no wrong answer here, people.
do you have tattoos?
Oh yeah.
I
do.
don't. You're gonna hate me some more. I am afraid. I'm afraid of.
Here.
It's not the needles.
It's kind of like down.
It's the commitment. I can't commit to a tattoo.
They're small.
With yeses and a yes-ish.
Yes-ish.
Yes-ish, and a no, and a
Renee
no
says
tattoos.
yes-ish.
Yes-ish. Well, if you like them, good. If you don't like them, you're gonna like the stamp. There's nothing wrong with the stamp.
Amanda, do you have tattoos?
I have one.
You have
Just
one?
one.
What about Micah?
If you put it back and then you don't like it anymore, you'll never see it again anyhow.
I have one on my back. I couldn't tell you what it looks like. What's it look like these days?
Tim has two. He has Pebbles and Bam Bam on his shoulder, and then one he has a hook of on like a worm on a hook on his back, like right here. That's
It's
the one you can't
cartoony.
see.
Not down lower.
Say that again.
I didn't get that.
I didn't hear
I
you.
said at least the worm was not down a lot lower on
Yes.
his back.
That could have been bad.
Positioning was important in case I ended up in prison.
Tattoos. Wow, wow, wow. I have 3 myself. Okay, so here's the stamp.
Yeah.
I love it.
Amanda colored it.
That looks awesome.
Are the little designs and the dots part of the stamp?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love
Let's
it.
go closer.
Yeah.
Let's stretch. Okay. It's
Yep.
an anchor, and it has a with it, but the word's not stamped.
I didn't stamp any words yet. That's a
Okay.
work in progress.
Let's see. And I'll sneak one more. Which one of these two? She colored these amazingly, by
Yes.
The diamonds.
the way. Okay. So,
Oh yeah. Are those dice?
Nice.
I like the anchor. I mean, not that this gem is bad, but I really like the anchor.
well, there's a few more. but
Okay,
you'll have to
I'm
wait
ready.
till you get to see. You have to wait till the 30th to see them. So they're called old school tattoos. These are the form of old school traditional tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the old flash.
So, like what your grandfather would have.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Popeye
People like-
tattoos.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a fun release. There's a couple stencils too. so-
Yeah, there's a couple stencils as well, so to go with the release. But yeah, so we'll give one away. So we're gonna let Corin pick the winner at some point of anybody who
I'm gonna give that job to
you either
you.
watch the replay or Tim just pick somebody.
Am I picking someone and then telling you after the replay?
Sure. Yep.
I have the power! All right, everybody.
How
Make me feel good.
he has T-Rex arms compared to me because I have really long, ridiculous arms. So he's what, 6
I'm
foot?
6 feet tall, and
Yeah.
I have the wingspan of somebody who's about 5'8". She's 5'2" and has the wingspan of somebody who's about 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
It's because she's a mom and you have to reach
She's-
around corners to beat children.
I wish, but I've had these my whole life.
She can tie her shoes without bending over. It's amazing.
They're just really ridiculously long. But
Yeah, so that's it.
so how long should I give them to answer yes or no to the tattoo question? When should we end
Until
it?
the end of your live, you can remind them, at some other point,
I'm gonna make a note that we have to give this away.
Okay, we have to give away a stamp set, and they have to tell us where to send it. So either in the live chat or in the comments below, let us know if you'd like tattoos, yes or no.
They have.
Yes.
They've
Has
done a lot
designed
of
these
those.
the new release? Are you allowed to say?
Pardon?
Who designed the tattoo stamps?
We bought them.
Okay. Do you
Okay.
do you yourself ever wanted to design stamps?
I do draw,
Mm-hmm.
but some of the stuff I draw is not really appropriate.
Would it work on velvet?
Sometimes you just feel like you meet people that are just your people. We should draw some things together.
When you sit down to you're rolling over my feet.
Collaborate.
Did
When-
you guys ever see there was a Netflix special and I never actually watched it, but I watched the preview for it, and it was like, who drew the male genitalia? Apparently some high school, somebody broke in and drew them everywhere. Every single classroom, keyed the cars, the whole 9 yards. But it was all
Yeah.
We went to the middle school for Hayden or Kaylin's orientation, and in the gym there's a bathroom right by the gym. The first year that one of them was there, there was this huge depiction scratched into the enamel of it was like 4 feet tall.
Impressive.
Kaylin is graduating high school this year, and our youngest daughter, Olivia, is now in 6th grade, and we go to her orientation at the beginning of the year, and the 4-foot phallus
Representation.
is still etched into the side of the... Now, this has been
Buddy.
7 years. This thing has been up there.
Wow.
I don't know if they just keep doing it, and if it is, somebody's got to be working there doing it, right? Which I think is funnier to me than a kid doing it. Like...
But I don't know. I got an email the other day. The school system is ridiculous with these emails, what they let us know about. And the title of the email was something graffiti found on bathroom wall. I didn't even read it. I deleted it right away. I was like, I do not care about this at all.
Well, what I draw isn't necessarily man parts. It's just some of it's like, butts.
Interesting.
at Creativation. Did you go to the the ink on the
Yes.
transfer, like the iron-on thing?
Yes.
And we all drew on a coaster or keychain or whatever it was. I drew Micah's butt. I didn't know what to draw.
She drew Micah's butt, and
I was getting ready to ask Micah, how was it, man, when
He
you look
said
in the
it's
mirror?
a perfect likeness.
and you know what? I want to say that it was just as flat on the coaster as it is in real life.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'd have to draw a flat board for you.
Yeah.
Just a back. A long
I have a
back.
long back.
Yeah. So I like to draw like people from the backside, their bottoms, and then like little animals, and they walk.
Do you draw them
That's me.
together?
We're-
Do you draw the butt and then an animal alongside of it?
Yeah.
Does the animal talk to the butt? To the butt.
Like no. The animal's talking to the person, but you can't see the person's head. You mostly see the animal and the butt.
I got it. I
got
think it sounds
this.
fun.
Yeah.
It's like a penguin to the butt. Not really.
You're
Oh,
okay.
yeah, I'm fine.
And jaw. I got weird taste.
That came in at the
Yeah.
same time as Tim has back and crack. So I was reading that as the same.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's where my weird taste goes, and I think of a lot of the comments for our sentiments. So if you ever look at those and go, where's the headspace for the person that wrote this? That would be me.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Amanda. And so.
I like how you're so willing to just accept the responsibility.
Yeah. It was me. I'm the one to blame. I love it.
All right.
So what
Okay.
Rabbit Hole Designs has releases every month?
We do. We have releases every month on the last Monday of the month. And everything's live on the website on the last Monday of the month. And we do giveaways, and we like to give stuff away. We really like to give stuff away.
I know that you've sponsored my events in the past, so thank you for that.
Yeah. I'm very sad. I'm going to say I'm very sad because Amanda and I were really trying to make it there.
There will be...
Life got cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were looking earlier because we were, still trying to plan our Disney trip in August, and I was like, ooh, what if we snag flights now? So we looked, and it's not cheap. Like they're holding out. They're waiting. I think we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait it out and see what happens, because if we flew out tomorrow, it would be like $60, like round trip.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really,
For
really
both
cheap.
of us. $60 round trip for both of us to fly to Florida and back.
Peanuts included?
Yep.
Well, they have modified. They're modifying their food service on the flights. I did get that email too. Like, you're not getting peanuts and drinks. Like, they're giving you cans of water now instead of opening the water and giving you water. But
Wow.
which I think is better, actually.
I never get the stuff anyway.
You're asleep.
Yeah. That's just
Fun
the
to
truth.
fly with, let me tell you.
Well, I can say for Rabbit Hole Designs, I know that when the event does get rescheduled, we'll be there.
Oh, thank
We'll be
you.
there.
I'm
That's gonna be
hoping
great.
that it'll
So-
be something this summer, hopefully, fingers crossed. But
Well, we'll come
see.
out.
Well,
I
thank
told
you.
Amanda, we'll come out.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
I truly appreciate all of the input that Amanda gives me when I start to plan these events. And this one was really good. It was
Yeah.
really good. So just it
Push it out
stinks.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was one of those things where this cancellation coming, we tried really hard not to do it, and it seemed like everybody was just like, no, just stop. Like the hotel was calling and saying, hey, Corin, are you guys going to have this event? Are you going to cancel it? And she's like, no, we're marching forward, until the governor says that we're not supposed to. And it seemed like little by little, just day by day, hour by
Well,
hour,
and it
more
wasn't
and more
like-
people were getting a little worried, and it was just
It wasn't like I don't care about the virus. That's not true either. But with things like this, people invested a lot of time and money into the trip, and I didn't want people to lose anything else with a cancellation, and so I tried to push it as far as I could, but it's just the right thing to do at this point. So,
and the other part too is that if things are canceled due to a government action and force majeure prevails, you have some protection there. So part of it was hoping for that, not just for her and ourselves, but also for folks who did have to cancel a flight and a reservation inside of the cancellation windows, so that they weren't penalized. And so I'm glad it all worked out the way that it did.
It will all work out.
It would have been a total cluster to try to fit that in with everything that's going on right now. So waiting definitely turned out to be the better move. So maybe we should stop using the word canceled and start saying postponed.
Postponed.
Yeah.
It is postponed.
For a more optimal time.
So part of our discussion question today is about keeping your workspace clean while you're crafting. So I'm going to ask you guys before we say goodbye, what are like some tips or tricks that you have for keeping your workspace clean and tidy while you're crafting?
Well, for me is to go ahead and do all your crafting, like get out all your tools, and use everything you've got. I mean, break out every ink pad and every blender and, I don't know, 7 bottles of glue. And for me, 14 black ink pads. Gotta be on the list. Okay? And then when you're all done and you've created your masterpiece to you, you get up and you slowly walk out of your room and you close the door. Voila! Blank, gorgeous door. It's clean.
I like your method.
That sounds like my garage.
Yes.
I have in California, I have gnomes. But no, in all reality, I take out and I put away. It takes a few extra seconds, but if I take out an ink pad and I use it and I think, oh, that's not the black that I want, because I do really own 14 different black ink pads. I'm not alone in this. I've heard from others that own more than me.
I'm shaking my head. I understand. Yeah. I haven't counted mine. Yeah. But it's probably close.
I actually just take a few seconds to reach over and put it away, so that when I am done, there is very little to pick up and put away.
Yeah.
So I just take an extra second, and when I'm done with it, I just put it away, right then and there.
Yeah, I like how the questions in the comments in the chat are like, "Are we supposed to keep it clean?" What is this?
I was told to keep it clean. My husband said, "Do not cuss on camera."
Oh, yes. I mean, we're supposed to keep that clean. we're supposed to keep our vocabulary clean on YouTube, mostly because I don't know why.
It's because we can't show the whole world exactly how we really are. There has to be some kind of a filter.
I can't really answer that.
I would.
Penguins and people, penguins and butts.
Yeah.
Keep it to dinner conversation.
And keep yours clean.
I've had dinner with you guys.
Yeah. I don't have great ideas. Get the small Misty, because as your desk shrinks, it'll still fit.
Yeah.
And it looks big. And it looks big.
And you know what I do have next to my desk? I have a little cart, and that's where my die cutting machine is. And on the side, I have it's a plate rack, that you hang on the wall to like if you were going to hang up decorative plates. I store my Misty. It holds it has 3 slots, so I put my Misty in one, and I put my trimmer in one, and I don't know, some other stuff in there, some like tall skinny stuff like that. So I can grab it, pull it out, use it, and then slide it away, and it's I don't have to get up and move. So those are kind of the big things on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And my score pal. So that kind of helps. Your score. I have one of those ridiculous big ones and a little one. But I have the little one in the house because I was using it in the house.
What have I done?
I gave my little away. I gave it away because I got a bigger room, and I didn't think I needed a little one because then it would get lost. So I got the big one, and I really kind of regret getting rid of my little one because
buy the little tools, because little tools take up less space
and they look big. When you only have a foot square, you're like, wow, look at that Misty. I've got the big one right there.
I would also say in the same vein that you don't need every die cutting machine that's ever been made.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
You probably need 2 or 3.
You need every and the newer version as they come out.
I am buying a new one in July.
I was recently sent one to test out, and so I have quite a few on my work surface right now. So that's where the comment is coming from.
I came downstairs and it felt like a trade show. I mean,
I have a few different die cutting machines. You do need more than 1 or 2.
I was trying to explain to him my thought process behind it. I have the big one that, will hold like a whole sheet of paper. You need that.
Look.
Okay?
Listen to me.
And then the smaller one just takes some of the workload off of that bigger one.
There's a few things that I say tongue in cheek, okay? I will never actually complain about the crafting materials that you buy. Because you have never complained about my fishing equipment, my tools, or my toys. So
of course I complain about it, but I
not
don't.
Never
not
in
serious.
a substantive way. Okay,
It's more
so
like,
have at it.
hey,
Craft your heart out.
you have 900 fishing rods. I'm buying another die cutting machine.
Yes, it's like my house. It's like watching my husband and I on TV here. Yes.
Do they dress ridiculously?
We're just all cloned little different couples of the same people.
What do you think bought me this outfit? What do you think bought me the outfit?
Exactly.
Right. He understands the crazy.
Oh, I just endorsed the crazy. I think it's hilarious. It's fun and it's never boring.
I said, hey, which fur vest should I buy for Disney? This one or this one?
It was which fur vest and which of these black leather or these leather motorcycle jackets do you like better?
Yeah.
Like, we have these conversations.
Which of these black
We're gonna wear them at the
motorcycle
same
jackets?
time. Were you gonna wear the vest and the jacket at the same time?
Some, maybe. You never know what's going to
Okay.
happen. It was cold
I
there.
was-
I didn't think it was going to be cold.
That's right. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us and talking with us today, Marianne and Amanda. I'm so glad that you guys dressed ridiculously for me just to come and hang out with us.
Oh, I can't wait to see how I'm
Yeah.
going to dress when I come out to go four-wheeling.
Yeah, I really want to do that. I mean, all kidding aside, like, I don't mess up it's a mom Jeep now. It's a mom Jeep.
It is a four-door Jeep, okay?
Okay, it's a mom Jeep.
It's a four-door Jeep. It's almost a
Mike is
wagon.
over here shaking his
Shaking his
head.
head.
It's almost a
It's a
wagon.
pavement princess.
Right. But see, I can save myself because right next to it in the same garage is not a pavement princess. And so I'm okay with it.
That's the 95, and the 95 is a great knock-around toy.
Yeah.
Like, that thing,
It's like Legos.
that's the thing that gets parked, like, on top of the hill that they put on the construction site because you wanted to take a picture of the Jeep sitting at the top of the little mound of material.
Yeah.
That's why we have that one.
So I have the one that looks pretty, and then I have the one that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we have a motorhome, and we can house, quite a few people in a motorhome. And Amanda and Micah are quite fond of tenting it.
I will have my $3,500 tent installed by then.
Yes,
Yes.
Micah just spent $3,500 on a tent, so I can buy all the die cutting machines I want.
Does it have air conditioning?
The motorhome?
The $3,500 tent. Because
He's putting it's gonna have batteries, so I'll have heat, and I'm sure he'll want air conditioning. Normally, I get cold, and I don't care how hot it gets, and he's the other way around. So
I
he's gonna add
totally,
heat for me.
I want you to send me a link to the $3,500 tent. I'm very intrigued. Anyway, I'm going to go back over there, and we're going to disconnect from you guys, but I hope you will stick around in the chat with us.
We will.
Bye, guys.
Thanks again, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
We're going to go over today. We're
We're
going to go
already
over an
over.
hour.
We're already over. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
That's okay.
It's social isolation that's making me do it. So now I want to put up the discussion question. This was from fellow ProKraftiNator Casey Thrush. I basically asked ProKraftiNation if you want to know what that is. ProKraftiNation is my Facebook group over on Facebook. It's called ProKraftiNation with a K. There's a link to it in the description box below. But basically, I ask them a bunch of questions all the time, and I extract information from them, like Casey Thrush. How to keep your craft desk or space clean and organized. And really, when I go to answer that question, I'm lucky enough that I have a lot of space down here now. So I have quite a few work areas, but the main place where I craft the most, this is where I film, is over there. And I made a little video for you guys to watch earlier. I think it was yesterday, right?
I believe that's when I kept walking in on you.
It's a 3-minute video of my workspace, and it's ever evolving and changing. So I'm constantly testing out kind of things that work for me to keep my area clean and organized and where everything has a place. So, video. So this is one of my Sorry, the children are upstairs. So this is my work area. I usually film over there. That's what I call like my studio area. So over here, I'm lucky enough to have multiple work surfaces. So I have different ways of organizing both surfaces, but over here, what I've done is I've collected these IKEA boxes. I use these throughout my craft room in various locations, but they're really great for housing little things that I want to use or I want to keep close at hand. And also bigger things like this big Gina K stamp set. I want to color for the coloring challenge with this and my ABT Pro markers. So I keep them in front of me so that when I go to do that, they're right here. But this also houses, like, this is some Nina that I know I'm going to reach for, so that's in here too. My cart that I use for both locations in my craft room is over there. I have a whole video on the craft cart. I also have this wonderful Lazy Susan. Okay, so these are like old candles with some frosted glass, and they're in different colors. And then I have different, like this is a Le Creuset ramekin. But I have different things on here that I reach for readily. I have like Copic, various ink, pixie spray, hand sanitizer, different adhesives and punches and blenders and brushes and pens and tools. And no matter where I am standing at this table, I can reach for some tape. I can reach for some adhesive. I can fling some adhesive off if I try to spin it too hard. Yeah, that's fun. And then I also have down here is like my scoreboard. That's a glass palette, a trimmer that I like to reach for, and that also helps me stay organized when I'm creating. What?
Sorry, I didn't know you were filming.
That's okay.
Kind of like blew in from the garage.
I thought you were going to be out there for a while.
I was.
My table is wooden because my husband made it, and so I asked him to put these hooks on the side. This is like a little trash can from Stampin' Storage that I can take with me places. And then this is a Wagner heat tool. Are you being creepy again? What the heck? But in a nutshell, that's how I keep my work area.
I think it was.
Is that it?
I believe it was.
Is
It was
that the
looping.
end?
Yep.
I didn't get to hear that.
No.
Did everyone else get to hear it?
Yes, the audio doesn't play on our side, but that looping flappy sound came back apparently, and
Has it been here the whole time?
No, they said it just came back. I don't get it.
Is it me?
I don't think so. I think maybe we need to change out your microphone cable or something. I'm not sure.
I'm so sorry.
We've eliminated all of the other stuff, and it was fine for the first portion of the broadcast. It sounds like just.
I doubt anyone has any questions about my workspace.
We can't sell the desk, and it's really heavy.
Oh yeah, that's one of those things that was kind of built here, and it's gonna live here until it has to be deconstructed to come out.
Yeah, it was building a boat in the basement. Is really kind of what it was.
Yeah, like it's a big old table. That thing's not leaving nicely. But anyway, that's kind of how I organize things. I have bins for everything that is something that's supposed to be used, and I have all my tools close at hand, and that's really what I set up to work with. Over here is really just stuff that I film with, or things that I don't reach for often. So it's kind of uneventful over here, if that makes any sense. But I do have something fun to play with that I wanted to show you before we leave. I made this card, honey, if you want to do the down. This was actually a stamp set that I bought quite a while ago, and I did link to it down in the description box. It's from Clair, and one of you out there in YouTube land told me about this stamp set, so I had to buy it, and then it sat there for probably 2 years, and now I've made a card with it. But I used these new alcohol markers from Tombow. They are, spoiler alert, I love them. they're also linked below. You can get them individually or in packs of 5, or they have larger packs, but I don't really like the packs so much if they're all different colors. I kind of like to buy markers in color families. So I linked those below what I bought. So let me show you. Can we get a little closer? Get a little closer. And I'm going to color these sunglasses. Yes, that's what they are. Sunglasses. So that you guys can see how awesome these markers are to blend. Now, the blue comes with, and there's a color chart that you can get too. If you just search Tombow ABT Pro markers, probably on their website it'll pop up. But, so I did a color, I don't have a lot of them. I only have the packs that I linked below. But these blend really well together. They made this sunglass blend that I did. So I'm going to do it here for you just so you guys can see. They are quite thinner. They're built more like the Copic Chow than the Copic Sketch, and they're very similar to the Tombow water-based markers that everybody already knows and loves. But they don't fit in the Tombow carrying case. Ask me how I know that. Because I bought the carrying case thinking I was cool. I was going to have these new markers in the Tombow carrying case. No. They're slightly fatter on the one brush end, and they don't fit in the case. So, learn from my mistake. Hopefully they'll come out with another kind of storage solution, especially when you want to take these on the go to cool events that aren't canceled or postponed.
Postponed.
Postponed. Postponed. See, I would use the word postponed more if I felt like it was a postponement.
If you had more information that you could say it's been postponed
Yeah.
to July, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah.
I worked really hard to put this together, and I'm going to have to start over. But
Canceled
that's okay.
for now.
Huh?
Canceled for now.
Yeah. But these markers, they also, it feels like, compared to Copic, they release a lot more ink. So, like, they're juicier. And that could be just because they're new to me and they just feel a little juicier. But it seems like they put down a lot more ink than a Copic marker does. And you kind of have to be aware of that when you're coloring because it'll bleed. I feel like these, if you're not careful, you could make a bloody mess.
If that's where he gets all the accents.
Yes. Sometimes I ask questions that I even know the answers to.
Just to hear yourself ask a question, strangely. Perfect sense.
I know that he gets the weird accents and voices and the sound effects from me. Everything has a sound effect. Even things that already have a sound. Skirt. Like when we're driving down the road.
Yes.
Tim knows. Tim's aware of all the crazy things that I do. And he loves me anyway.
As I mentioned earlier, I endorse the crazy. I like the crazy. I don't like.
Why? Why
I
do you
don't like
the
being
crazy?
bored.
Not that I'm complaining. I like you.
I don't. I like things that are constantly evolving, constantly growing, and not stagnant.
I agree. So what is can everyone see these?
Yeah, I think so.
What are the comments?
They really like the Magnum PI glasses.
I do too. I love aviators. I think they're a fabulous sunglass. I have quite a few pair.
I know you do.
Usually the big blingy ones are the ones I go for. The gaudier, the better. I think it's my Baltimore heritage.
Corin Woodworth would like you to do a coloring sound effect. I'm ready.
That's what it sounds like.
Were you shushing or coloring?
That's what it sounds like. You guys can hear it. People that color knows what I'm talking about. You don't color.
I don't. I do not.
But I really, like, I'm very picky when it comes to alcohol markers. Wouldn't you agree? How many different kinds of alcohol markers have been in this house?
An embarrassing lot.
A lot. These are the next best thing to Copics, I would say, in my opinion. And I plan on getting all of them and using them along with my Copics. Like, I don't have the blender pen for these markers, so I'm just using my Copic marker, my Copic Zero marker to clean up the edges and do all of that stuff that the Zero marker does. But I really like them. Does anyone want to see a particular color?
Roberta is absolutely a rock star on this thing. I've been grappling with the image, trying to figure out what it is that I can't quite, because you stamped them upside down to one another. And it looks like a bra or a swimsuit top.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they're sunglasses, dear.
Well, I understand. It wasn't my comment. Roberta.
Does anyone want to see a particular color? I have purple. Purple's usually the hardest one, right, guys? Like, usually purple pigments are the biggest pain in the booties.
Reds.
I do have red, too.
Diane says reds.
You want the red?
Yeah. Maria says pink. Maybe a fade from red to pink. Do you know how many colors they have?
108. Tombow has 108 colors
108.
in their range, both for the water-based markers and the alcohol-based markers. So I imagine that they're the same colors. And their numbering system, you know, it goes from, like, the saturation and the hue and all that stuff that I don't understand. But it also has, like, a P. There's a P in front of it. I don't know what that means. Maybe for pro. But I can't understand their numbering system. It's not easy for me to pick up a marker and say, oh, yeah, this one goes to this color family. Does that make sense?
I mean, it probably does to everybody else.
I don't know if it's just because I'm used to the Copics that it's easy for me, but this is going to take some time to get used to. The nib on it, that's my biggest complaint usually for other markers, is the brush nib. But this is amazing. It feels great. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys, because I think it's something that you should check out. Or keep your eye on. Maybe they don't have enough colors for you. I don't know. I'm just coloring these in any old way. Any old way will do. I hear you typing over there.
Yeah, I'm talking all kinds of bad stuff about you that you're not going to be able to figure out until you watch it back. Because I know you can't read it on the display in front of you.
Shades.
I'm asking you the questions as they come through.
Okay.
It seems like, and you were saying that they do work with Copics. Like.
Yeah, I haven't blended I haven't sat down and, like, gone through the Copic colors of, like.
What have you done?
What? Is it not blending?
Well, I can't really see it.
It's because I have several markers over here, and I think I'm using the wrong one. And the last one is supposed to, it looks more orange than red, but I think it's supposed to be red. Yeah.
There we are.
That was me.
Okay. Therein lies the "what have you done" comment.
But it looks orange.
It does a little bit.
So I don't grab for it, and like I said with the numbering system, I tried to grab what looks, and you can't do that. You have to read the numbers, and I'm not good at that yet.
I'm sorry that you have to read.
Don't want to read. I like reading. Don't say that.
Did you put a glaze on the lenses on your card?
Yes.
You did.
I used a Nouveau Crystal Glaze.
Okay.
Yes, I did. And I also made the back shiny. So what I did was I ink blended some waves in the background. You can't really see them because, you know, the Jeep's in front of it. But there's some waves back there. And then I did some sand. And maybe just like a sun orb kind of thing out there. And that's where I stamped the sentiment. And then I sprayed it with all my shimmer sprays. You guys see that? And then the windshield and the beach ball and the surfboard and the sunglasses all have crystal glaze on it. And so it's nice and shiny. And then I did a little bit of ink blending around the edges to make it all kind of look nice and finished. I do like this stamp set. I plan on keeping this around for a while. It has the 7 grill marks, so it's Jeep approved.
Well, I don't know if they approved it, but
No.
they didn't sue anybody before you got it.
Right, so I have it. Does anyone have any questions? Or have any other colors that they want to see?
They were saying that the purples are tough.
Yeah, here, I have purples here.
You want to do that other lens in purple?
Sure. I only grabbed 3 of the 5 purples, so I might have to... Ooh. I got it.
The name of the markers again?
Tombow ABT Pro. And I'm not sure which one's the darkest. Let me test them. Oh, no, hold on. Here's how they come. In their little packages. And so we're going to start with 606. That's the darkest that they said.
Corin wants to know if they have a good skin color set.
They have neutrals, but I don't have them yet. That's on my list to get next, is their neutrals. I have like some vanilla-y colors, some off-white colors. I don't know if I would say vanilla-y, but they're like an off-white color that works as skin tones. But I need to get deeper into their color combos. But as if there's no real questions, we're probably like an hour and a half by now.
We're about 15 over.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I try to keep it to an hour because, you know, everyone...
we all have our
we all have
attention
things
spans.
to do, I guess. I don't know where everyone's getting their free time. If you have any free time, you can give it to me. You can email me.
Okay, so I can answer this one. They are not refillable.
They are not. And that's kind of like one of the things that is a bummer about them. And they don't have replaceable nibs. So when you're thinking, the price point right now is $5.99
per marker.
Per marker, and right now Copic, I think the price point's $8.99. So, but that's something that you have to take in consideration when you're buying these. You're gonna have to buy a whole new marker when they dry up instead of just the refill. And really, in my opinion, the Copic refills, they last your whole life. I mean, I have not reached the point where I need another refill of anything yet.
How often have you ever refilled a Copic more than once?
That's what I just said.
Oh, I meant like I don't mean like buying more than one refill.
My red, my strong red.
Yeah.
I use the heck out of that marker usually around Christmas time.
Okay.
Yeah. My strong red Copic marker has been refilled multiple times, but I feel like I have enough strong red in that refill forever.
To last quite some time. I mean, I expect that you probably go through your markers more than most. So, if my question was really going to be, do you think that having a marker that's not really serviceable is a big deal? Would you, I mean, obviously you probably want a refillable one for strong red that you're going to go through a number of times, but are you, and all right, so forgive my ignorance here, like I really don't know, but I want to know, when you is it worth it to service a marker? Is it worth it to change out the nib, to do, you know, to buy the refill as opposed to what are you saving, I guess is what I'm asking.
Like, what's the benefit of having a serviceable marker?
No, I understand what the benefits are. I'm asking if it makes sense. Like, is it sensible in your opinion, or is this? I mean, you spend $9 on a marker, right? And then how much is a refill?
I think they're like the same. They're comparable.
Like another $9, and how much are nibs?
You get like a pack of them.
Okay.
You get like a pack of nibs for like less than $10.
Okay. So, I mean, I understand you could rebuild several markers, but you got to invest $30 to be able to rebuild one marker.
Right.
I guess is what I'm saying. So I don't know. I guess that's a. I guess
you
that's
kind of
a.
have to weigh it, and if you're someone who uses them all the time.
Yeah.
I tend to go to specific colors all the time. Like I get drawn to those colors, especially the grays. That was the first pack that I bought here. It was the grays. And the grays blended so well that I was like, all right, well, now
Let's
I'm
buy
gonna,
5 more packs.
Yeah, I'm going to buy 5 more packs.
Yes, I did mean cost effective. Did I say something else?
Well, all of you, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I'm trying to read the tiny comments. I will be live next weekend.
That's right.
For Lucky to Know You. I think maybe 5 o'clock we'll do another hour, and I'm going to show you the contents of the goodie bags. I'm getting ready to ship them out to people that bought tickets to the event. There are like time sensitive coupon codes and stuff in there. So, but next weekend I'll go over what's in the goodie bag and do some projects that we were going to do at the event. So if we can't be together in person, we'll be together online. And then the next Craftcast is April 19th. And I was hoping to have Kimberly Miller, come here. And I had a fun game to play.
In the comments. What side?
She's in the comments?
Yeah, usually. Yeah, she's been in here. We've said hi.
But, we'll have to see if we're allowed to come hang out together. Hopefully on April 19th. If not, then we'll do it remotely.
We'll find some other way to do it.
We'll find a way. Okay. But I have a fun idea. A game we shall play.
Well, I'm worried. All right, everybody, stay 6 feet away from me.
6 feet away. Bye.